Hello and welcome to my new moon in Aquarius tarot card reading for January 2023. Can you believe it? We are in a new year. So we are starting fresh Aquarius energy. I think we are at the new moon at 1 degree of Aquarius, like new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. It is a very, very exciting time. So I'm looking forward to this time that we're going to spend together, tuning in with the cards and seeing what the energy is happening on our planet right now. I am going to pull 3 cards from the OSHO Zen tarot deck, and then I will do an extended reading, which will have wisdom from our guides from 3 other decks, and then I will create a meditation with all of this to see how we integrate what the energy is and align with the highest possibilities for the next lunar cycle. So the extended and the meditation are available for an exchange of $33. The link is below. And yeah, let's dive in. Let's see what there is for us to know. I'm going to pull 3 cards. One will be for the individual now, one for the collective now, and one for the highest possibilities for the next lunar cycle. There is a windstorm blowing outside my window as I record this. So if you hear some big thumps and bumps, I don't know what is going on outside. I also have some music playing. If you hear that, wonderful. If not, maybe it's because you need to go find this music on your own. It is an amazing album by Manish Damour. It is called Sama, and Sama is a title, Japanese title for respect. It is also a Sufi definition or word that means listening or remembrance. And I felt like it was an important vibration to have in this field of energy we're co-creating together as I do this reading. We are going to be remembering so much forgotten information at a soul level, forgotten in quotes, right? As we move into this new year, and I can't even tell you how excited I am about it. So let's play. All right, I've been shuffling the deck while I've been talking, but let's pull our 3 cards. For the individual now, going with the flow. Didn't we just have this? Going with the flow, it was November. The highest possibilities for November. So maybe that means you've done this. Like, this is your individual now. You met the highest possibilities and now you're going with the flow. Very cool. We're going to look at that together. Oh, collective. The collective now. Existence. I'll show you each of these close up. Existence is the collective now. That is in Aquarius. Like, such a good message. And then the highest possibilities for the next lunar cycle, the dream. These are so good for Aquarius energy, the highest possibilities. All right, let's tune in. Let's see what there is for us to look at together. So I'm going to start by showing you the card, and I'll see how close I can get it. I kind of put my mic too close here. Let's see. This is the individual now. What do you notice about this card? What do you feel when you look at it? Which direction do you feel like this person is going? Yeah. I might be a little too far away from the camera. We'll see how this goes. All right, when we pulled this in November, it was for the highest possibilities in the Sagittarius energy. This is what it was. Remember, it was about the master was the individual now, the collective now was isolation. It was that card where everything was frozen and we were like locked and rigidly controlling ourselves to be whatever we feel we need to be and not let everyone see our cracks and not feel all the emotion that we have available to feel. And then this card came up as the highest possibilities for the next lunar cycle. Look at how the light just changed. And this card says, let's melt. In Sagittarius energy, it said, let's melt all of the frozen tundra. Let's start letting our guard down, opening up our heart, allowing some of that locked in control to release. Right, and go with the flow. That was the highest possibility in November. And then we went through December, ended a year, and opened a new year. And here we are, individual now, going with the flow. Maybe that's what she call it. It is, it's going, it's not go. Going, we are going with the flow. So something inside of us, I feel so happy as I say this to you, something inside of us has been melting, I believe, to have this connection just 2 months apart. Something, if you're watching this video, something inside of you, something inside of me has been softening, relaxing, trusting more, loosening the grip, leaning back, closing our eyes, like allowing the current to carry us more than we ever have before. And this is how we're starting the year. This is like the beginning now for 2023. The beginning, which I'll get to the existence card in a second. But when I feel the light again, right? When I feel into this as the individual now to start Aquarius energy in this month of January into February and 2023, we're starting with going with the flow. My first question is, where's the current taking us? Where are we back floating to? What is this current of energy that we are just relaxing into? I don't know. We don't know yet. I feel like it's the potential, it's the unknown, it's the current of energy that is our life, our our existence. The current of energy that is constantly co-creating and moving around us. It's never stopping. This current of energy is always in flow. And here you are, here I am, because we're watching this, creating this video together with the cards. Here we are going, I trust this current, this flow of energy so much. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go into it and I'm going to be part of it and I'm going to back float with this current. I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm not going to resist it anymore. I'm not going to struggle to swim upstream against everything, fighting. No. I'm already going with the flow. And that's how I'm going to start 2023. And the crowd goes crazy. Oh, isn't that exciting? I mean, can you feel what I know I'm not feeling this just for myself. I know this sensation inside of my body is meant to be expressed and shared with you so that you have the ability to calibrate, to resonate, to match this joy, this excitement that I am feeling, that this is how we're starting the year. Oh my God. The possibilities, the opportunities, the magic that is going to be ours in this year if this is how we begin. Because look, this is, I'm almost giddy. I'm so excited. When you look at this, there's some shadow, correct? Like there's some, the light is going to change on me again. This is going to be constant for the whole time because the storm is moving the clouds through so quickly. When I look at this card, I see a little shadow. I see a lot of light, but I don't see deep, dark, dangerous cliff waters with a waterfall that's going to throw us off of the rocks. Like, it's just a current of energy. Just carrying us. So just go with it. You don't have to, what am I trying to say? I don't feel fear when I look at this card. Like there's some unknown shadow, unsolved, unresolved thing that is just going to pop out and derail me or trip me up in the water, or there's no seaweed that's going to catch my foot and pull me under. There's no rocks. Maybe that's the best way to say it. There's no rocks or boulders that I'm going to bump into that I can't see. There's just this current of energy that has like this flow of movement and a little bit of shadow and a lot of light. A little bit of contrast, that's a better word. A little bit of contrast so that we can enjoy the journey still instead of it just being all white light. If it's all white light, we're souls, we're up with heaven's source, God. Like, that's not why we're here. We're here for a little bit of contrast. But it's not all black and white, dark, shadow, light, fighting, dueling. It's not any of that. It's just going with the flow. Let that land. Let what I'm saying land, if you're willing, inside of your mind, inside of your heart. This year could be the year where you get to relax and enjoy going with the flow without the fear of boulders or surprises or terrible, horrible, awful, tragic things happening to you. It's just a year of like trust. Trust. Going. There's movement. You're not just going to like sit here like a bump on a log. You're going to go. There's going to be stuff you do. You're like back float. Maybe you might, just to check, stand up. Make sure your feet can touch the bottom of the river or the ocean or whatever you're on. Look around. See what's happening. Kick your feet back up. Go with the flow again. You get to do that. If you're feeling some anxiety, like, what is she saying? It could be this good. I don't believe it. Okay, try it for a while. Try it for a while. And if you start to get in your head and you're a little worried, like, put your feet down. Look around. See what's happening. Kick your feet back up and keep going. You get to do that. It's your choice on how you want to navigate life. But this message about the individual now, right now, we're starting the year, Aquarius month, and 2023, going with the flow. It's all good. It's all good. Can you trust that? Can you believe that? Can you create that? If you like boulders and waterfalls and bumping into logs, okay, you can do that too. And this message is saying it doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be filled with struggle and pain and suffering. So, individual now, at least for this moment, here you are, back floating. And you could also, I just want to say this as I look at the card, you can also increase the speed of your movement by doing the backstroke. I mean, when I do the backstroke in a pool, it's the one, I mean, I can't really do all of them. The butterfly is the hardest for me, right? Like trying to coordinate and then lift so hard. But the backstroke, I tend to go diagonal. Like most people would go straight. I sort of go, and I'm like at the opposite end of the pool from where I started. I get there, but I tend to get off course very quickly. My sense of inner compass when I'm in a pool must just not be that great. But when you look at this card, you can increase the momentum or the speed of the current if it's not going fast enough for you by doing the backstroke. What do I mean when I say that? If this message is saying the current of flow of energy, of life force, of being in existence, which we're going to go to next, if that energy is carrying you and all you have to do is lean back and trust and allow it to carry you, and you're just going to go with the flow, you'll get to where you're wanting to be. You will. It's amazing. That will happen. And if you don't like the speed of the water and you want things to go a little faster, or it feels like the overall current is not as dynamic and interesting as you would like, you can add your own energy to that and you can increase the momentum this month, this year. You get to choose what sort of experience you want. So, for example, for myself, a word that I'm tapping into this year is exponential. So when I feel exponential doesn't quite match this frequency. It's like, yeah, it's good. This is good. Exponential would be me with like, like the movie Flash. It'd be like me going so fast. I'm still being carried by the current. I'm still leaning back and trusting, but I'm adding some of my own magic into that, my own power, my own human manifestation into that. So it feels important to say that in case you also have a match to what I'm tapping into for this year. This is good. It's good. And I'm in a moment where I'm ready for like extra. So I'm going to go with the flow exponentially. Why? Because we get to do what we want. Because we're creating our own reality and you get to decide. You might listen to all this and be like, I'm not going with the flow and I'm not interested in back floating and I don't believe that it's water. Why are you watching this video? Watch the video for contrast. Go for it. Watch the video because it inspires you. Go for it. Like, you get to decide. You get to choose. Because collectively, this is our energy. So look at that and see what you see as you look at this card. Isn't it gorgeous? What is most present for you when you look at this card? What does it make you feel? Okay. I'm actually going to read to you from this one because it is the first card in the deck, because of course we are at 1 degree Aquarius at the first month of this new year. So it's not actually the first card in the deck. The first card in the deck is the Fool, but it's the first card, number 1. But here, I do want to read you just a nugget because I think this is so beautifully said by OSHO. You are not accidental. Existence needs you. Without you, something will be missing in existence, and nobody can replace it. That's what gives you dignity, that the whole existence will miss you. The stars and the sun and the moon, the trees and the birds and the earth, everything in the universe will feel a small place is vacant which cannot be filled by anybody except you. This gives you a tremendous joy, a fulfillment that you are related to existence, and existence cares for you. Once you are clean and clear, you can see tremendous love falling on you from all dimensions. I mean, how beautiful is this? This is a collective card. So when I feel into this as the collective now, how do I want to share this with you? This little green thing feels like Earth. This little person represents the collective now, right? That's what we pulled. Humanity. All of humanity. So I'm so excited again. Like, I could start crying. I feel so happy about this. This card for the collective now says to me, humanity, you are being offered the opportunity to sit on this planet Earth and remember that you are part of the entire universe. That the existence of Earth and the existence of humanity is integral in the entire landscape of the universe. That you're not accidental. That Earth is not accidental. That humans and Earth are an integral part of the entire collective consciousness that is the multiverse, the galaxy, the universe, all one, everything, flow, source. We are an integral part of it, not separate from it, not in our own little island, not forgotten, essential. We have forgotten that. So here's this collective now at the new moon in Aquarius saying, hey, guess where we're headed this year? 1 degree of Aquarius, 2023 wide open. Guess what's ahead for us? A remembering that our existence matters, that we are part of all of it, that there is no separation. What is that going to look like? You ask? Well, the highest possibilities for the next lunar cycle are the dream. So I'm going to show this to you and see what you notice as you look at it. What jumps out at you? How do you feel when you see this card? For humanity to remember the integral part we play in the consciousness of all, there's an acknowledgement or an understanding or remembering that this is all dream space. What do I mean by that? We humans, these little human figures here, have this big romantic fantasy dream, right? That, how do I want to say this to you? If you look at it closely, you can see the lovers in there. the two partners who are embracing, and then the loneliness of the human who is sitting there wondering, when is her dream going to come true? When is her beloved savior on a white horse going to come riding in and change her reality? In this card of existence, even though this represents the collective humanity, there's one figure. One. It's not a couple sitting there. It's not two people. It's one person. This reality that we are living is our individual experience of consciousness in a human form. I, me, Vivian, have this infinite soul that comes from the universe, one of these shooting stars up here. That was me way back. And I birthed as a soul, and then I said, oh, Earth, gonna go play on Earth. Come down here, and I land in this human body. One soul from all here. I didn't as a star out there go, oh, there's one other star that's going to make me complete and perfect and whole. I hope that soul, that star, lands on Earth and we get to find each other. Because when we find each other, everything is going to be perfect. No. I said, soul that is Vivian is going, a soul that is whatever, is going into the body known as Vivian. And I'm going to have a human experience. And then I get here, even though I'm in a collective consciousness and lots of humans and families and friends and husbands and wives and partners, like even in all of that, I'm this one individual having my own individual experience. Maybe that's a little different with twins and triplets, but even so, like you still have your own individual thoughts, feelings, lives you're living, stories you're writing, work you're creating, humans you're birthing. Like there's still this one human experience I am having as a unique soul in a unique human body. So this dream that if I find the right one, if I make all my dreams come true, I'll be in this like thing that completes me. That crazy line from Jerry Maguire, right? No. That will be the human experience at its best. This card is saying the dream is the wrong thing to be focusing on. Don't focus on the dream. Focus on what you're living. Focus on being the human, the individual human here. Collectively, we're about to be shown that we are part of the entire universe. Not shown, reminded. We're going to feel it. We're going to feel the essential nature we have as part of the collective consciousness of all in a way that perhaps we never have before. If you're daydreaming about some other reality, instead of being right here in this one, bringing all of your power, your strength, your creative focus, your love, you're into this here moment, this life you, the soul, have chosen to walk. If that's not where all your focus is, you're going to miss the magic. You're going to be so busy dreaming, you'll miss the show. You'll miss what's happening because you'll be dreaming about something that isn't actually manifest. Feels a little confusing as I say it. I'm trying to think of a better way to say it. Feels like this. This is a great example. The cosmos is going to show us. It's going to drop a veil. It's going to show us something that we haven't seen or remembered in a while. But we're over here watching Netflix. And we're like, is it true? Is love blind? Am I a bachelorette that's just been missing the perfect lineup of bachelors that need to find me? Should I go on an island? Right? All these shows. Maybe it's even different than that. Maybe it's not even about romance and love. Maybe it's just about like the fantasy world that you, AI, the fantasy world you want to be in, the virtual reality instead of like right here. You've got your eye on Netflix. And I don't want to beat up on Netflix, Disney, Prime, whatever, Hulu, Lulu, you're going to miss this. You're going to miss it. And does that, because this is the highest possibilities for the next lunar cycle. It's not saying this is what is. It's saying this is what's possible. What's possible is you're going to be here. Oh, see, it's all confusing. The highest possibilities, because this card, when it talks about the dream, it says don't be in the dream, be in your reality. The highest possibilities for the next lunar cycle are be in your reality. Don't be in the fantasy, be here in your reality. Because if you're here in your reality and you're not in the dream, you're gonna see the magic. It is going to happen. So why is this all coming through so clearly? I'm just going to give you my non-astrological educated energy interpretation, which is Pluto is about to go into Aquarius in March, and it will be there for a few months, and then it's going to go back into Capricorn for a little while. And next year, Pluto will go into Aquarius for 20 years. We are about to enter an entirely different frequency of energy, of consciousness, of magic. Pluto, when I wrote in my book, Just White Light, about Pluto, I described it as the doorway home. And home is this remembering that we are source. We are God. We are the universe. We are from the shooting stars landed here in a human body with purpose, with intention, with vision and dreams that we are here to manifest. Not the dreams of like Netflix, the dreams of co-creation and expression and the highest potential of the soul in a human body. That's what we're tapping into. Pluto energy is moving into Aquarius, and Aquarius is about the future. It's about building community. It's about bridging the old and the new. Aquarius and Pluto are going to play in this most cosmically incredible way. It is going to be this light show happening, and humans here, all of us sitting on this beautiful planet, are going to be able to feel the frequency of this light show in a human body. We're going to embody, feel the shift in consciousness. We're going to receive like more and more codes, information, awareness, cosmic universal laws, wisdom. We're going to be remembering it, integrating it, expressing it. All of us individually in our own unique way. And it's going to be spectacular. It's going to be the most incredible time in humanity that we've dreamed of. We've dreamed of this. We've dreamed of this. And now it's here. And so it's time to stop the dreaming that takes us into some numbed out thing that's dependent on other people or other experiences to bring joy. It's time to stop that and to be here in the wonder of our placement as a soul in a human body about to watch this show. So, individually, we're going with the flow. We're going with the flow because the flow is going to show us this incredible cosmic show. And it's time to let go of this dream that something outside of us, some other person, some other job, some other opportunity to do something is going to bring us the same magic as our remembering that we are essential. We have an essential place in the universe. And that essential place is right here in this human body this year. Here, trusting where the current is taking us. There's so much more to say. And also, I'm going to put that into the extended, and then I'm going to tap into a meditation, and we're going to see what wisdom we have and how to integrate all of this energy and strengthen our trust. So if this is resonating, I encourage you to exchange for the extended and the meditation. Come play with me there. And if it doesn't resonate, it's okay. Come back to this video in 6 months or a year, and let's see what happens. Let's see what shifts, and maybe it'll resonate differently then. I send you so much love at this new moon in Aquarius. May all the magic of the universe just in front of your third eye.